The New York Yankees and Boston Red Sox met on a clear June evening at Fenway Park, a setting that has witnessed countless legendary moments in baseball history. This is one of the most iconic rivalries in sports, and every matchup feels like a playoff game, with emotions running high and every pitch carrying extra weight. The stakes were high. Both teams were battling for the top spot in the American League East, and the outcome of this series could shift the balance of the entire division. Yankees ace Gerrit Cole faced off against Boston's Brayan Bello, setting the stage for a classic pitching duel that had fans and analysts buzzing with anticipation. The atmosphere was electric, with fans from both cities packing the stands, their cheers and chants echoing through the historic ballpark. The Yankees held a narrow division lead, but the Red Sox were eager to close the gap at home, knowing that every game in this rivalry is a chance to make a statement. Fenway's unique features, like the towering green monster in left field, loomed large over the proceedings, adding a layer of unpredictability to every at-bat. The managers put out their best lineups, knowing every pitch would be scrutinized and every decision could tip the scales in such a tightly contested matchup. The rivalry's history, from Babe Ruth's curse to Aaron Boone's walk-off, added extra drama to the night, reminding everyone of the unforgettable moments these teams have produced. For Boston, a series win would mean momentum and renewed hope. For New York, a road victory would solidify their lead and send a message to the rest of the league. The players took the field, fully aware of the game's significance, each one carrying the weight of their team's expectations and the hopes of their fans. The crowd buzzed, hoping to witness another memorable chapter in this storied rivalry, their energy fueling the players on both sides. The umpire called, "Play ball!" and the contest was underway, the tension in the air almost tangible as the first pitch approached. Both teams were ready to write the next page in their long competitive history, with every player determined to leave their mark on this rivalry. The tension was palpable as the first pitch crossed the plate, setting the tone for what promised to be a hard-fought battle. Every fan in the ballpark knew this game could be a turning point in the season, with the potential to shift momentum for weeks to come. The Yankees and Red Sox were set for another battle under the lights, the stadium buzzing with anticipation as the night unfolded. The rivalry was alive and well at Fenway Park, promising another unforgettable night in the saga of Yankees versus Red Sox. Gerrit Cole opened the game for the Yankees, facing Boston's top hitters. He struck out Jarren Duran, then retired Devers and Casas in order, an efficient 11-pitch inning. Brayan Bello matched Cole's start, getting Stanton, Verdugo, and Torres out quickly. Both pitchers looked sharp, setting the tone for a tight duel. Cole returned in the second, striking out Wong and inducing 2 quick groundouts. 6 up, 6 down for Cole. His command was excellent. The game remained scoreless through 2. In the third, Bello struck out Wells, but Volpe drew the game's first walk. The Yankees couldn't capitalize as LeMahieu grounded into a double play. Both teams' defenses were crisp and the pitchers were in control. Through 3 innings, neither side had managed a run. The tension in the ballpark grew as fans waited for the first breakthrough. It was clear, this was going to be a classic pitcher's duel. The score remained 0-0 heading into the fourth. The fourth inning brought the game's first fireworks as tension in the stadium reached a fever pitch. Both teams had been locked in a scoreless duel, but the energy in Fenway Park hinted that something big was about to happen. Aaron Judge led off for the Yankees and crushed a solo home run over the Green Monster. The ball soared into the Boston night, a no-doubt shot that left the crowd in awe and the Yankees bench on their feet. The Yankees dugout erupted as Judge rounded the bases, giving New York a 1-0 lead. His teammates greeted him with high fives and shouts, knowing how important it was to strike first in such a hostile environment. The Boston crowd fell silent, feeling the weight of the moment. The home fans, who had been buzzing with anticipation, were suddenly subdued, realizing their team was now playing from behind. Bello tried to regroup, but Juan Soto followed with a single, keeping the pressure on the Red Sox defense and threatening to extend the Yankees' lead. Stanton then grounded into a double play, helping Bello limit the damage. The Red Sox infield executed perfectly, giving the crowd a brief moment to exhale. Verdugo flew out to end the inning, but the Yankees had struck first. The momentum had clearly shifted and the pressure was now on Boston to respond. In the bottom half, Cole retired too quickly, before Reese McGuire broke up his perfect game with a single. The Red Sox finally had a base runner, giving their fans a glimmer of hope. The Fenway crowd came alive, but Cole induced a groundout from Duran to end the threat. The Yankees ace showed his composure, shutting down the rally before it could start. The Yankees led 1-0 after 4 thanks to Judge's power. Every run felt monumental in a game where both pitchers were dealing. Both pitchers had shown flashes of dominance, but New York had the early edge. The duel on the mound was living up to the hype, with every pitch carrying extra weight. The Red Sox knew they needed a quick answer. Coaches and players huddled in the dugout, searching for a spark to ignite their offense. The game's intensity ratcheted up as the teams traded blows. Every pitch, every swing, every defensive play was magnified under the bright lights. Every at-bat felt crucial with so much on the line. The players knew that one mistake or one big hit could change the game's trajectory. The rivalry was living up to its reputation. The atmosphere was electric, with both fan bases hanging on every pitch and every play. The stage was set for Boston's response, as the game promised more drama in the innings to come. The Red Sox wasted no time responding in the bottom of the fourth, determined to erase the Yankees' early lead and shift the momentum back in their favor. Rafael Devers led off with a sharp double into the gap, igniting the Fenway crowd and setting the tone for the inning. The energy in the ballpark was electric as fans sensed a rally brewing. Tristan Casas wasted no time, lining a single to right. Devers raced around third and slid home safely, tying the game at 1-1 and sending the Red Sox dugout into a frenzy. Boston's dugout erupted as the momentum shifted dramatically. The players fed off the crowd's energy, believing they could take control. Connor Wong then hit a hard grounder, hustling down the line to narrowly beat out a potential double play and keep the inning alive for Boston. Wilyer Abreu stepped up and ripped an RBI double down the line, scoring Casas and giving Boston a 2-1 lead. The crowd roared as the Red Sox surged ahead. In just a handful of batters, the Red Sox had completely turned the game around, seizing the momentum and putting the Yankees on their heels. Ceddanne Rafaela kept the pressure on, singling to put runners on the corners with only one out, and the Fenway faithful sensed more runs could be coming. Yankees ace Garrett Cole dug deep, striking out Reese McGuire and getting Jarren Duran to pop out, escaping further trouble for the moment. Still, Boston had scored 2 runs, seized the lead and energized the home crowd, who were now on their feet and louder than ever. For the first time in the game, the Yankees found themselves trailing, their dugout noticeably tense as the Red Sox celebrated. Cole's composure was tested by Boston's relentless attack, but he managed to limit the damage and keep his team within striking distance. The Red Sox had answered Judge's towering home run with a rally of their own, showing resilience and determination in front of their home fans. The back-and-forth nature of this storied rivalry was on full display, with both teams refusing to back down. Fenway Park was absolutely rocking as the teams prepared to head into the 5th inning, the atmosphere electric and every pitch feeling crucial. The game had shifted dramatically, and now the pressure was squarely on New York to respond and keep pace. After a thrilling 4th inning, the Red Sox led 2-1, with the momentum and the crowd firmly on their side as the battle continued. After the 4th inning fireworks, both pitchers settled in. Bello retired the Yankees in order in the 5th, working quickly and confidently. His changeup baffled New York's hitters, and he protected Boston's slim lead. Cole answered with a shutdown inning of his own, retiring Devers, Casas and Wong. Both aces showed why they're among the league's best. The game moved briskly, with neither team able to mount a threat. The tension in the ballpark was palpable as every pitch mattered. The Red Sox clung to a 2-1 lead heading into the 6th. Fans sensed the next run could decide the game. The rivalry had become a battle of nerves and execution. Both managers trusted their starters to keep the game close. The stage was set for a dramatic finish. The Yankees' offense came alive in the 6th. LeMahieu singled and Judge drew a walk, putting 2 on with no outs. Juan Soto delivered, smashing a triple to right center. Both runners scored, and the Yankees took a 3-2 lead. Fenway fell silent as New York's dugout erupted. Bello was pulled, and Chris Martin entered to stop the bleeding. With Soto on third and no outs, Martin induced a shallow fly from Stanton, no advance. He struck out Verdugo and got Torres to ground out, limiting further damage. The Yankees had seized momentum with a clutch hit from Soto. Boston's bullpen kept the deficit at 1, but the pressure was on. The game had swung back in New York's favor. The Red Sox needed a response to keep pace. The rivalry's intensity was at its peak. Every pitch now carried extra weight. The Yankees led 3-2 heading to the bottom of the sixth. The Fenway crowd was anxious for a comeback. The Red Sox threatened in the sixth, but the Yankees' bullpen held firm. Abreu singled, and McGuire followed with another hit, putting 2 on with 1 out. Rafaela's bunt attempt was caught by Cole, a huge defensive play. With runners on first and third, the Yankees turned to reliever Clay Holmes. Holmes got Duran to ground into a force out, then struck out Devers to end the inning. Boston's rally fizzled, and the crowd groaned. Cole exited with a chance for the win, having battled through adversity. The Yankees' bullpen had slammed the door on a potential Red Sox comeback. The missed opportunity loomed large for Boston. New York's slim lead remained intact. The pressure mounted as the game moved to the late innings. The Red Sox were running out of chances. The Yankees clung to a 3-2 advantage. The Yankees padded their lead in the eighth. Juan Soto led off with a single, his third hit of the night. Giancarlo Stanton followed with a towering 2-run homer over the Green Monster. The Yankees' dugout erupted as the lead grew to 5-2. Fenway Park fell quiet, sensing the game slipping away. Jansen recovered to retire the next 3 batters, but the damage was done. The Yankees had seized control with timely power. Boston now faced a 3-run deficit with only 2 innings left. The Red Sox needed a miracle against New York's bullpen. The Yankees' offense had delivered when it mattered most. The Fenway faithful watched anxiously as the game neared its conclusion. The Yankees were closing in on a statement win. The Red Sox had one last chance to rally. The Yankees' bullpen finished the job in style. Jonathan Loaisiga pitched a perfect 8th, retiring Boston's heart of the order. The Red Sox were down to their final 3 outs, trailing by 3. Bernardino kept the Yankees off the board in the 9th, but the damage was done. The Yankees called on Aroldis Chapman to close it out. Chapman struck out Rafaela, McGuire, and Duran in order, 3 up, 3 down. The Yankees secured a 5-2 victory at Fenway Park. Judge's home run and Soto's triple were the difference makers. Stanton's late blast sealed the win. The rivalry delivered another classic, but New York came out on top. The Yankees celebrated a hard-fought road victory. Boston was left to wonder what might have been. The AL East race was far from over, but the Yankees had made a statement. Another chapter was written in baseball's greatest rivalry.